Discovering the secrets behind 14 tax-free countries. Taxes are a fact of life for most people around the world. However, there are a few countries that have managed to thrive without imposing income taxes on their citizens. In this video, we'll explore 14 tax-free countries, and why they don't impose taxes, as well as the type of income they use to run their countries. Number 1. United Arab Emirates, UAE. The UAE is one of the wealthiest countries in the world, thanks to its oil reserves and strategic location. This country does not impose income tax on its residents, but instead relies on revenue from oil exports, tourism, and financial services. Number 2. Qatar. Similar to the UAE, Qatar is also a major oil producer, and does not impose income tax on its residents. The country also generates revenue from natural gas exports and has invested heavily in infrastructure and tourism to boost its economy. Number 3. Oman. Oman is another country in the Middle East that does not impose income tax on its residents. The country relies on revenue from oil exports, as well as tourism, fishing, and agriculture. Number 4. Bahrain. Bahrain is a small island nation in the Persian Gulf that does not impose income tax on its citizens. The country generates revenue from oil exports, as well as financial services and tourism. Number 5. Kuwait. Kuwait is one of the largest oil producers in the world and does not impose income tax on its residents. The country relies heavily on revenue from oil exports, as well as investments in real estate, finance, and tourism. Number 6. Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is the largest oil producer in the world and does not impose income tax on its residents. The country generates revenue from oil exports, as well as investments in infrastructure, education, and tourism. Number 7. Brunei. Brunei is a small country located in Southeast Asia that does not impose income tax on its residents. The country relies on revenue from oil and gas exports, as well as investments in finance and tourism. Number 8. Cayman Islands. The Cayman Islands is a British overseas territory that has become a popular offshore financial center. The country does not impose income tax on its residents, but instead generates revenue from financial services and tourism. Number 9. Bermuda. Bermuda is another British overseas territory that does not impose income tax on its residents. The country generates revenue from offshore financial services, as well as tourism and international business. Number 10. British Virgin Islands. The British Virgin Islands is another popular offshore financial center that does not impose income tax on its residents. The country generates revenue from financial services and tourism. Number 11. Monaco. Monaco is a tiny principality located on the French Riviera that does not impose income tax on its residents. The country generates revenue from tourism, real estate, and financial services. Number 12. Andorra. Andorra is a small country located between France and Spain that does not impose income tax on its residents. The country generates revenue from tourism and retail sales. Number 13. San Marino. San Marino is a small country located in Italy that does not impose income tax on its residents. The country generates revenue from tourism, banking, and manufacturing. Number 14. The Bahamas. The Bahamas is a popular tourist destination that does not impose income tax on its citizens. The country generates revenue from tourism, financial services, and offshore banking. While each of these tax-free countries has its own unique reasons for not imposing income tax on their residents, they all share a common theme. They have found other sources of revenue to support their economies. From oil and gas exports to tourism and offshore banking, these countries have found innovative ways to generate income without taxing their citizens. Thank you for watching our video on 14 tax-free countries and how they fund their economies. We hope you found the information informative and insightful. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and share it with your friends and family. Also, consider subscribing to our channel for more content on economics, finance, and tourism.